Before starting any of the following assessments, it is necessary to start with 5 to 10-minute aerobic warm-ups. The shared sit and reach test is appropriate for older populations because of their functional limitations. It measures the hamstrings and lower back flexibility. You don't need to remove your shoes for this assessment. Place a chair of 17 inches against the wall. Now, you should sit on the chair and extend one leg with the ankle dorsiflexed, keeping the untested leg flat on the floor and keeping the head in normal alignment. As you reach forward, exhale and hold this position for 2 seconds. An assistant is needed to hold the ruler and record the score. To score the performance, if you reach between the big toe with the fingertips, is a negative score. If the fingers pass the big toe, it is a positive score, and if you touch your toes, then the score is 0. Remember that the results should be in positive or negative inches. The YMCA sit and reach test measures hamstring and lower back flexibility. For this test, a yardstick should be on the floor, and a strip of tape must be placed on the 15th inch mark. Now, your feet should be on the edge of the tape, 10 to 12 inches apart from the yardstick. Then, as you reach forward, exhale. Place one hand on top of the other at the same level with the fingers extended. Do not lead with one hand. Drop the head between the arms. Do not bend the knees and touch the yardstick with your fingertips. Hold this position for 2 seconds. This assessment should be done twice, taking the best of 2 scores in inches. For this test, my best score was 15.5 inches with the classification of below average. The Canadian trunk forward flexion test measures hamstring and lower back flexibility. First, remove your shoes. Secondly, you should sit with the feet flat against the box and reach forward. Once you are reaching forward, a proper posture and respiration must be maintained. One hand must be placed on top of the other at the same level with the fingers extended. Do not lead with one hand, dropping the head between the arms, and the knees should not be bent. Also, exhale as you reach the box. When you reach forward, the position must be maintained for 2 seconds. This test must be repeated twice, taking the best score from the 2 tests in centimeters. My best score for this test was 23.5 centimeters with the classification of needs improvement. Initially, my score was 26.5 centimeters, but 3 centimeters must be subtracted from the final score. The Thomas test measures the hip flexor's flexibility. For this test, lie in supine position on the floor. Then, bring one leg to the chest. If the opposite leg remains in contact with the floor, the hip flexors of the leg are flexible. The scoring process for this assessment is to determine if the hip flexors are flexible or not. Once you finish with one leg, repeat the same process with the opposite leg. For this test, my score was flexible.